Tensions continue to rise as violence escalates between Israel and Hamas.
The strike is officially over with UAW and auto manufacturers reaching an agreement.
And an important Game 3 tonight as the Rangers face the Diamondbacks in the World Series.
Broadcasting live from the University of North Texas, this is ntTV Nightly News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us on ntTV Nightly News. I'm Madison Myers.
And I'm Mauricio Ortiz-Segura. The war between Israel and Hamas is growing, with Israel opening a new battlefront on the ground. As the violence increases, so does the criticism of Israel here at home. And as CNN's Gloria Pazmino reports, so does increasing anti-Semitism.
Smoke rises from Gaza following a steady barrage of artillery. Israel moving ahead with what it says is the second stage in its war against Hamas.
Calls for a ceasefire are calls for Israel to surrender to Hamas, to surrender to terrorism.
Israel's military says it killed dozens of Hamas fighters overnight, including 4 prominent Hamas operatives. As the conflict escalates, the human toll continues to rise inside Gaza. According to Save the Children, more than 3,000 children were killed in Gaza over the past 3 weeks, as reported by the Hamas-controlled health ministry. Here at home, a series of anti-Semitic incidents on college campuses is raising alarms. Over the weekend, a series of anti-Semitic threats was made against Cornell University's Jewish community in a series of online posts, prompting Governor Kathy Hochul to deploy state police and increase security on campus.
I came here in person with one strong message, that we will not tolerate threats or hatred or anti-Semitism or any kind of hatred that makes people feel vulnerable.
And in Russia, an angry crowd in the mostly Muslim region of Dagestan stormed an airport Sunday where a flight from Israel arrived. Authorities were forced to close the facility and divert flights. In New York, I'm Gloria Pazmino reporting.
Threats against Jews, Palestinian Muslims, and Arab Americans have been increasing since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. During this time of growing anti-Semitism, the United States Department of Justice is investing more money in combating hate crimes, announcing $38 million in grants to help local communities. These grants include $8 million to community-based organizations, $17 million to state and local law enforcement, and $2 million dedicated for hate crime prevention efforts. The total amount of money this year is more than the Department of Justice has awarded in the past 2 years.
And Maddie, this weather lately has really been all over the place. I didn't expect it to get so cold this quickly. It
definitely has, Mauricio. These colder temperatures have me already pulling out my winter and fall clothes. But let's check in with our weather anchor, Kayla Bumpus, on what we can expect for the rest of this week. Kayla?
I certainly agree, you guys. It got really cold really fast. Right now in North Texas, it is 47 degrees Fahrenheit, feeling a little bit colder thanks to that 14 miles per hour winds at 41, but we are going to get to enjoy the sun. Tonight, we are going to continue to see clear skies. It's going to cool down to 40, feeling even colder at 35, and wind speeds slowing down to 7 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow, we are going to continue to get to enjoy that sun, but it's still going to be pretty chilly at 47 degrees Fahrenheit, feeling like 42. Wind speeds are going to slow down, not too fast, at 9 miles per hour. That's all I have for now. Stick around for full weather.
Thanks, Kayla. Artificial intelligence has great power, but with great power comes great responsibility. AI is evolving rapidly, and government regulators are working to develop a response to keep the technology's developers accountable and aware of the potential dangers. CNN's Mike Valerio has more on AI and the efforts being made by the Biden administration.
Artificial intelligence technology is advancing rapidly, and the federal government is scrambling to keep up.
I'm about to sign an executive order that is the most significant action any government, anywhere in the world has ever taken on AI safety, security, and trust.
The White House unveiling a sweeping new executive order Monday aimed at mitigating the risks of AI while also harnessing its potential.
To realize the promise of AI and avoid the risk, we need to govern this technology.
According to the Biden administration, the order will require all AI developers to share results of their safety tests with the federal government before they're released to the public, compel companies to notify the government if an AI model in development poses national security, economic, or health risks, ease immigration barriers for skilled workers to study and stay in the U.S., establish standards to prevent AI production of dangerous biological materials, and develop best practices to minimize the risks of AI displacing human workers. Among a number of other key concerns, Harvard's Bruce Schneier says getting AI regulation right is critical.
They're not freewheeling technologies. They're more like pharmaceuticals. You get them wrong and people die.
He says AI has the potential to transform the way we live and work for the better if the technology is kept in check.
This is going to be the beginning of a very long international process, but it's a start, and it's an important start.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
Boo Bash, Monster Mash, we have those stories.
But first, the auto workers' strike is finally over. That story next after the break.
Did you know you have access to video equipment like DVDs, video games, and cameras? That's right, you do. Come on down to Chilton Library and fulfill your media dream. Located on the bottom floor next to the student sculpture. Hope to see you there soon. Hey girl, you know you look good. I like the way you move and groove. I'm not sure.
All right, look up here. 1, 2, 3.
Mom, Dad, I got it.
You're right, Mom. I have.
Tonight, great news for the nation's economy. The United Auto Workers Union strike against U.S. car makers is over, with General Motors reaching an agreement earlier today. The walkout begins September 15 with union members striking for better pay and benefits, as well as other issues. Ford and Stellantis have both reached an agreement with the UAW. There will be a 25% pay hike over the life of the contract, as well as a return on the cost of living increase. As of this afternoon, General Motors and the UAW have reached a tentative agreement. The agreement comes about 6 weeks into the strike. This has been the longest United States auto strike in 25 years. And a quick reminder to everyone, early voting for the November 7th election ends this Friday, November 3rd. UNT has a polling station at Gateway and room 52. And if you have any questions or need more info, visit votedenton.gov. Also tonight, a warning about eye drops, something that many of us use. Several brands of eye drops are being recalled, and Mauricio has the details. Mauricio?
That's right, Madison. The Food and Drug Administration has issued a warning to not buy eye drops from several brands. They issued the warning due to a positive test of bacteria in the production facility, which poses a possible risk of infection that could lead to blindness. Brands on the FDA's warning list are marketed under the brands CVS Heals Leader, a Rugby Rite Aid, Target Up and Up, and Velocity Pharma. If you've already purchased one of these products, the FDA says you should stop using them. They have issued a recommendation to these manufacturers to recall the products. At this time, no recalls have been issued just yet. Investigators uncovered unsanitary conditions in the manufacturing facilities, and critical drug production areas tested positive for bacteria. The FDA hasn't received any reports of infection so far. If you ever find yourself with expired medicine sitting around in your house and just thought you could throw it in the trash, well, then you might want to know that you can't quite do that, and there are a couple good reasons why. A massive drug epidemic has been affecting thousands of people across the U.S. According to the CDC, over 112,000 deaths have been reported in a 12-month period ending in May. Narcotics and opioids are the most obvious of these drugs, but unused prescription drugs that are simply thrown in the trash can be retrieved, abused, or illegally sold. However, it's not safe to just let them sit in your medicine cabinet either.
Or other people that are having, maybe a mental health emergency and they decide to take everything in the cabinet, which I've seen a lot of as an emergency physician.
Flushing your pills can also cause major trouble for sewage treatment plants, as they can get into the groundwater and then get into the soil. To properly dispose of your expired medicines and drugs, type in your zip code and address to find several locations that are willing to take them back. Usually police departments or pharmacies can help. The DEA also helped with this problem during October 28th's National Drug Take-Back Day, so giving them a call couldn't hurt.
Thanks, Mauricio. Well, there's no question we went from summer to 1 week of fall and now straight into winter. Let's check in with our weather anchor, Kayla Bumpus, to find out if this cold, wet weather is here to stay. Kayla.
That's right, Madison. It went from warm to cool real fast, but luckily it's not here to stay for long if you're not a fan of the cold. Let's take a look. Right now in Denton, it is 47 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's pretty similar temperatures ranging around in the high 40s. Over in Dallas, it is 49, and in Fort Worth, it is 47. Across the state, we're seeing similar temperatures, maybe a little bit cooler. In Abilene, it is 45 degrees Fahrenheit. In Oklahoma City, it is 44, and in El Paso, it is 50. Now, let's take a look at this week's forecast. Tuesday, we are starting off very chilly, but some nice sun that we will see throughout the week. A high of 55 and a low of 27. Wednesday, a high of 55 and a low of 31. Thursday, a high of 60 and a low of 41. Friday, a high of 68 and a low of 53. Saturday, we will see a few clouds, but it is beginning to warm up with a high of 73 and a low of 57. Sunday, a high of 76, a low of 61. And Monday, that sun is back with a high of 79 and a low of 55. So if you're not a fan of this cool weather we're going to be seeing, just wait till the end of the week because the warm is back. That's all I have for now. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Kayla. And Maddie, I don't know what you like about Halloween. Is it the candy? Is it maybe the dancing, Michael Jackson's Thriller and all that sorts of things?
I mean, I definitely love candy, but I also love just being around all the friends, costume, everybody having a good time. And I even think that there may be something going on here on campus. Our live shot reporter, Chelsea Jones, has more on what you can find here on campus. Chelsea?
Thanks, Mauricio. Here at the Union, the UPC is hosting their annual Halloween Boo Bash. Boo Bash is a family-friendly event with carnival games and boots, face painters, candy, and toys for all allergen-free kids, all for free. The bash takes place tonight in room 333 and room 314 in the Union from 6 to 8 p.m. Free parking is included at lot 37. Though, that's not all the family events that UNT is hosting tonight. Chris Cordova is at the practice facility with more information on Mean Green Monster Mash. Chris?
Thanks, Chelsea. Another spooktacular Halloween event is taking place at UNT. Today, the Student Athlete Advisory Committee will host their inaugural Mean Green Monster Mash. This brand new event will be a family-friendly celebration with games, giveaways, and more. Be sure to wear your best Halloween costume and engage with the Mean Green student athletes. Join us here at 6:30. From 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Lovelace and McNack Families Practice Facility. It's on 1307 South Bonnie Bray Street, over by the DACQ Stadium. To get in, enter through the garage of the facility located next to Lot 84. As you can see behind me, they're preparing a bit for the event, so I'm going to go put my costume on. See you guys back at the desk.
Well, a different kind of celebration just ended. The UNT had the end of homecoming annual bonfire event. We'll take you there.
Now to avoid unnecessary scares and stay safe on Halloween. Stay with us.
Has this ever happened to you?
My bike! My bike is gone!
Stolen bikes are an epidemic sweeping college campuses across America.
What am I supposed to do?
It's quite simple. The We Mean Green Fund has partnered with the UNT Police Department to offer free bike locks to any UNT student with a bike. Just show up with your bike in tow and ask.
Now I'll never lose my bike ever again.
Enough worrying. Get your bike lock today.
So, Marticio, Halloween is tomorrow, and I have to ask, what are you thinking about for a costume?
Well, I think I'm going to be going as Bob Belcher from Bob's Burgers. I've been watching the show a lot with my girlfriend, so I think that would be a really good couple costume.
I like
Bob
that
and
idea.
Linda. But you know, one person who has a great costume from a great place here in Denton is ntTV's Olivia Thompson.
Whether you want your costume for just one day or you want to hold on to it forever, Rose Costumes is the place to be. They do local high school theater production rentals, and they have a plethora of retired rentals up for grabs to purchase. The assistant store manager, Danny Garcia, describes what makes this store different from any local costume franchise.
One thing you're going to get when you come to Rose Costumes is you're going to get the experience that you're not going to get anywhere else. We take extremely good care of you, and we cater to your needs, and half the time you don't have to say much, and we'll take the reins and make you look great.
And don't think that if you're in college, the fun stops there.
We're in Denton, and UNT and TWU, there's a bunch of college students here. What would you say to those who feel like they've outgrown the tradition of dressing up and having fun?
Oh, you're never too old to dress up. I've had people in their 80s come in to play dress up.
And that was my green light to do a little shopping. As I strolled around the store, every few feet I stepped and each corner I turned brought me into a new era or story world. I realized that whether you're 13 and want to embrace your favorite Disney princess look, or you're 30 and want to conjure your inner Davy Jones as a scruffy pirate, Rose Costumes has dresses, two-piece sets, props, jewelry, and more that will bring your idea to life. If you're unfamiliar with the time period, trends, and accuracy of your outfit, you can step right into their theme-specific dressing rooms, each designed to take you directly to the environment of characters from country Midwestern to my personal favorite, the Great Gatsby era. The costume rentals, though, are just the tip of the iceberg on what Rose Costumes offers to those in the community.
We do an organization called Evergreen, which is an organization for special needs, and we costume their gala, which is a diamond gala they do every year, and what we'll do is provide them with 1920s costumes in general, so tuxedos, nice suits, flapper dresses, evening dresses, and it's just a very good, feel-good experience for everybody involved.
I clearly couldn't leave without getting the Rose Costumes experience for myself, so I decided to go for a full-on Roaring '20s transformation. They were able to provide everything from head to toe. I have on a beautiful boa, this gorgeous dress, the pearls, and you can't forget the headpiece. What can you tell me about the popularity of the 20s outfits here at Rose Costumes?
It's certainly taken off since about 2019. The 20s, in my opinion, is a beautiful era as far as dressing up is concerned. I love putting gentlemen in suits. Kaylee loves putting women in flapper dresses. It's just one of those experiences that we just try to offer to anybody who's interested.
Well, I can definitely attest to that. This is the perfect costume, and I wish I had more time to shop today, but if you have a million ideas for costumes or even just one, make sure you stop at Rose Costumes because they surely have what you're looking for.
Those are great looking costumes, but if you're heading out to an adult Halloween party, there are some things that you should keep in mind. ntTV's James Peeler is out there with some tips for staying safe on Halloween. James?
Thanks, Mauricio. Even though Halloween is tomorrow, we've been celebrating for the better part of the weekend. It's important to keep in mind some safety tips. Do not let anyone who has been drinking drive home. Have a ride set up or call a rideshare driver. If you see someone overdosing on alcohol or drugs, it is critical to call 911. The 911 Good Samaritan law states that a person is immune from criminal prosecution for an offense when the person reports in good faith an emergency drug or alcohol overdose, even to a law enforcement officer, to the 911 operator, or to a medical provider. Use the buddy system. Do not leave each other or get separated, and set a time and location to meet up if you do. In addition, let an RA or parent know who and where you are going with in case of an emergency. Watch your drink at all times. Do not take a drink out of a punch bowl or take any drink you haven't seen someone pour. If you're hosting a party, make sure to have a plan to keep things under control. Agree on a guest list with roommates and consider hiring security to prevent issues. And lastly, avoid choosing highly realistic props. Law enforcement is on high alert Halloween night and you do not want to risk being confused with an actual criminal. For emergencies, please dial 911. And to call the UNT police, please call 940-565-3000. That's all from me. Back to y'all at the desk.
Thanks, James. Last Thursday, UNT had its annual bonfire event to end the 2023 homecoming season. Each year, the bonfire is built and lit by the Talon's UNT Spirit Leadership Group. The event included a captivating fireworks show, a live DJ, and UNT's own enthralling marching band. UNT even hosted the Scrappy Games, a set of competitive games where student-run teams competed for the Scrappy Cup. Now, talking about the bonfire gets me so excited, but something that even makes me even more thrilled is the thought of the Rangers game tonight, Mauricio.
I know, Maddie. I know. I'm so darn excited. I can't wait. I need them to win. But, you know, I think there's someone who's more qualified than me to talk about that. Our very own sports anchor, Ramiro Cuellar, to find out more about tonight's crucial game. Ramiro?
That's right, Madison, Mauricio. Unfortunately for Rangers fans, they hit into tonight's game with the series tied 1-1. I'll have all the action from Game 2 and more after this short break.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Let's get started. This
is a motor vehicle. This is the blinker mechanism. To use it, push it up for the right blinker and down to go left. You're welcome. It was easy.
We started with Game 2 of the World Series, where Merrill Kelly led the Arizona Diamondbacks to a resounding 9-1 victory over the Texas Rangers, tying up the series at 1 game each. Kelly's silenced the Rangers offense, allowing just 3 hits over 7 innings, with Mitch Graver's solo homer as the lone blemish. As the series shifts to Arizona for Game 3, the Diamondbacks are determined to maintain their newfound home field advantage. They aim to become the first team this postseason to defeat the formidable Texas Rangers at home. 3-time Cy Young Award winner Max Scherzer is set to start for the Rangers in Game 3, which will be played today at 7 p.m. The Dallas Cowboys delivered a resounding 43-20 victory against the Los Angeles Rams in an action-packed clash at AT&T Stadium. Dak Prescott's exceptional performance included 4 touchdown passes, with 2 finding the hands of CeeDee Lamb. Cornerback De'Aaron Bland added another interception to his tally, solidifying his standout season amidst the absence of star Trayvon Diggs. Despite a valiant effort by Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford, his early exit due to a thumb injury further contributed to the Cowboys' triumph. The game also witnessed the induction of legendary DeMarcus Ware into the Cowboys' estimated Ring of Honor, marking a fitting tribute to his remarkable career. In a tense clash at DATQ Stadium, UNT's Means Green fought back from a 21-point halftime gap, but eventually was defeated by 45-42 by Memphis. Quarterback Chandler Rogers' outstanding performance that included 411 passing yards and 5 touchdowns fueled their comeback, briefly securing the lead with 47 seconds remaining. Despite an impressive defensive display, including 5 crucial stops, UNT couldn't prevent Memphis' game-winning touchdown in the final moments. Looking ahead, the Mean Green are ready to face UTSA next Saturday at 2 p.m. at DATQ Stadium. And that's all I have for sports. Back to Maddie and Mauricio at the desk.
Thanks, Mauricio. Now, Halloween's tomorrow, and I've already been to a few gatherings and parties. Do you have any special plans?
Well, I don't know if I have anything planned just yet, but I think our very own Chelsea Jones is still at the Boo Bash, so maybe she can convince me to head on out there. How about it, Chelsea?
Thanks, guys. I'm feeling the Halloween spirit here at Boo Bash. I'm here with Kevin. He's one of the officers at the National Hispanic Society. Kevin, do you mind telling us a little bit about your booth, please?
Yeah, so we're the National Hispanic Honor Society at UNT, Sigma Delta Pi. Our booth is like a Day of the Dead theme, and right now we have like a wheel where kids can come and spin the wheel and win a prize, one of several prizes and candy. So yeah, if anyone's willing to come to the Boo Bash, we're here until 8 p.m. Yeah.
Do you think I could give it a try?
Oh, of course, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I hope I get candy. That's all I want. I got stickers and a tattoo. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I get both. Thank you. Well, that's all here at the Boo Bash. Happy Halloween, y'all. I'm going to continue spinning so I can actually get some candy. Back to you all at the desk.
Thanks, Chelsea, and thank you for watching ntTV Nightly News.
Join us again tomorrow at noon and tomorrow evening at 6 here on North Texas Television.